What is up, team? Welcome back to this daily cryptocurrency video, and in this video we're going to be having a look at Bitcoin because we know Bitcoin is king. Now, a lot of you have been asking, Dose, why is Verasity dumping? Why is Kadena dumping? Why is Flux dumping? Why is Seller dumping? Why are all these cryptocurrency dumping? What is going on with Gala? Why is everything crashing? And obviously a lot of you guys don't know that, but a lot of you guys also do know that when Bitcoin dumps, everything else dumps. Bitcoin is probably the key indicator here that you want to look at. You don't really want to have a look at the RSI moving averages. Yes, these could help in a bull market. These could help when everything else, it doesn't really matter, or when you're in an altcoin season. But overall, guys, when Bitcoin dumps, altcoins dump, and when Bitcoin pumps, altcoins pump as well. So we're going to be dissecting right now on the weekly time frame and on the daily time frame Bitcoin technical analysis to see where Bitcoin can potentially go in the near future. So if you guys like these videos, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, turn those notification bells on so you guys never miss a video. And another thing, guys, if you guys essentially sign up with my link right here in the description, you guys can get up to $5,295 of trading bonuses. As you guys can see right here, reward would essentially be $50 if you do a limited this is obviously a limited time offer, but it would be a $50 bonus if you do a trade up to 1x leverage. Very easy, free money. And of course 1x leverage with a trading volume of $20,000, that would obviously be $100. So you could, that it has to be at least a minimum of 1x leverage and copy trading $20, and depending on how much you deposit and trade, you could get up to $5,125. So make sure you guys take advantages of these rewards right here, because this is obviously a limited time offer and they won't always be here. So make sure you do that, and let's dive into Bitcoin. So having a look at Bitcoin right here on the weekly time frame, we can see that we do have a rejection right here off the support. We have some support right here that flipped into a resistance right now. Now Bitcoin attempted to essentially break above the resistance, but we essentially got rejected and it failed to do so. So what is the next big move right now for Bitcoin on the weekly time frame? Well, there's a few things we're gonna have a look at. One is this support right here. So this support right here sitting at $25,000 is a very important support region, and the reason why is because we had a resistance right here and we had another one right here. Now this area right here did flip into a support region. So this was resistance, and it flipped into a support. Now another thing is obviously the inverse head and shoulder. So this would essentially be the left shoulder, this would be the head, and then of course this would be the right shoulder. Now usually when we have a breakout above the head and shoulder, we usually come back and retest, right? And this is exactly what is happening right now. Now the big question is are we gonna come back and retest? Now we're not only gonna come back and retest the neckline, we're gonna come back and retest the support region, and we're gonna come back and retest this trend line. So we know the trend is your friend until it bends, and the very cool thing is that this trend line right now not only meets up with the neckline of the inverse head and shoulder, but it also meets up with this very crucial and important support region right here. So there's a lot of things we're going to be having a look at, and it's obviously going to be very important this weekly candle and the next coming week to see where it could potentially go. So yes, Bitcoin could fall. That means altcoins could bleed a little bit, and that's about it. Now if we have a look at the EMA ribbons, guys, we know how bullish and how important the EMA ribbons are to me. Now right here, ever since we broke above the EMA ribbon, we've been pretty bullish. Now the interesting thing is that Bitcoin hasn't broken above the exponential moving average since right here, okay, May 2022. So almost a year ago, guys, I should say, Bitcoin hasn't been above the EMA ribbon. We've been trending towards the downside, as you guys can see. Now we know that when we essentially break out of the EMA ribbon, we usually come back and retest the exponential moving average, like we saw right here. When we started this bull trend right here, we came back, retested, popped back up, came back, retested. Okay, so we know when we have these big breakouts on the weekly time frame above these exponential moving average, we usually come back up and break down, and retest and break to the downside before essentially breaking up for good. Okay, so things are still looking good, okay, until essentially Bitcoin comes below the exponential moving average on the weekly time frame. I will not essentially be bearish, especially if we see the yellow exponential moving average, the yellow ribbon, which is a 20 moving average, flipping over the orange or the red. That's when it's going to be very good. Now we saw what happened right here when the yellow essentially flipped over over red. Bitcoin essentially exploded 13,000%. I mean, if I take this right here to the top, I mean, not 13,000, 1,300%, sorry. Okay, it was a 13x return from there, and 13x for Bitcoin is quite a lot, actually. I mean, 13x from here, assuming we come back and retest, that would be a lot. I mean, that would bring Bitcoin way above like $150,000, right? If I take this, boom, and I extend that, look, we're already at 200K, you see that? So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the coming weeks. I mean, May usually is not the best month. A lot of people are saying, oh, sell in May, sell in May. But we're going to have to see overall. Let's have a look at the daily time frame real quick. Now, on the daily time frame, we're still above these EMA ribbons. And as you guys know right here, these EMA ribbons have been supporting us pretty well. I mean, we got a rejection right here. We got another one right here. This has been a nice little support. We got another rebound right here. Ever since we essentially broke above it, we've essentially been trending towards the upside, as you guys can see. Now, of course, this was sort of a fake out bear trap, sorry. And what happened is we had a very fast recovery shape right here, exploded, broke the support region resistance right here, and that's about it. Now, another thing is that this right here consolidation that we had, okay, we are at a very important resistance and support region right here. We're sitting between this area. Now the question is Bitcoin is finally back below the support and resistance, or that consolidation period that we've been at. The question is, are we gonna make a break below this? Because if Bitcoin breaks below $27,000, we're most likely gonna come back and retest this level right here, which is this resistance that flipped into support. If Bitcoin manages to come and close above it, that's obviously going to be very good. So this is probably the main important thing you guys want to look at. Support, resistance, trend line, head and shoulder patterns is probably the most important things you want to look at the very moment, and that's about it. Now if I take this is another very good trend line. Now this is a cross support resistance, okay? So we had a resistance right here, we had another one right here, we broke that cross resistance right here, and then what happened, we came back, retested it, bounced back up, came back down, and retested it. Okay, so this is known as a cross support resistance right here, and it's obviously very good, right? So until we break that line, I'm not going to be completely bearish yet. Maybe we consolidate here over the weekend. We know over the weekend volume tends to be very low. Sometimes we pump, sometimes we dump, sometimes we really don't do anything till Sunday, until the CME futures come out. But at the end of the day, guys, I mean, we still have a lot of time till the the weekend and the markets really close, especially the CME futures market. So we're gonna have to see overall where this goes. If we have a look on the EMA ribbon, I'm not gonna be completely bearish until we break below $27,000. If we close below $27,000, that's when I'm pretty much going to be bearish on Bitcoin. Now that's that. If we have a look on the RSI real quick, this is going to be the last one. A lot of people are calling this a massive bearish divergence, and I understand why, okay? A massive bearish divergence is when you have an uptrend on the chart right here, as you guys can see, and of course a decrease on the RSI. Now that's usually known as obviously a bearish divergence, which is clearly bearish, right? Now usually when we come back down and go on the 30 on the RSI, that usually means that investors are looking to essentially buy, essentially, right? So when we're oversold, investors are going to be looking to buy, and when we're overbought, investors are going to be looking to essentially sell. So right here we were overbought and we kept on having these nice little bounces, and guess what happened? Or consolidation, came back here, overbought, boom, dumped. What happens when we were oversold right here? We were oversold on over the 30 on the RSI, boom, had a nice little bounce. Another time right here, pop back up, consolidated, and then essentially exploded. Okay, so these corrections are in fact very healthy. If Bitcoin can consolidate some more right here and having the RSI coming back down, that would be very good overall. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, turn those notification bells on, and I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow. Peace.